Guys, welcome back to World of Tanks. My name is Bruce and today I want to talk about one of my favorite tanks in the game. The British Tier 8 tank destroyer, which feels more like a medium tank if you ask me, the Charioteer. If you're interested in more reviews and gameplay, go to YouTube and search for World of Tanks with Bruce to get all of my videos, or click on the subscribe button. And now let's go. Before we start with some gameplay, let me quickly tell you how I play this tank. As you can see, I play the Charioteer with the gun rammer, with coated optics and also with the improved rotation mechanism. Now my ammunition setup is 20 times silver ammunition, then 5 times hash with the improved alpha damage, and then 5 times HE. So yeah, high explosive, because it has 105 millimeters of penetration, which is superb for an HE shell. And then as usual I play with a small fire extinguisher, small repair kit, and then also small first aid kit. Now talking about my crew, as you can see my gunner is relatively nicely trained. It has 610s, then brothers in arms obviously, recon, and then mentor, and also the snapshot capability, at least I'm working on it. The gunner has brothers in arms, then snapshot, and is working on camouflage. Almost the same for the driver, brothers in arms, and then smooth ride, and also the concealment skill. And then the loader does have brothers in arms, then safe stowage, and then I'm working on intuition, which is very useful nowadays because you can quickly switch between shells, which is especially important for a high alpha gun like the one on the Charioteer. And now what is the next skills that I will be working on? Obviously the loader will get situational awareness, because I do need to improve my view range, which is only 424, and then the next will be concealment. And then for the other crew members that are already working on concealment, I will definitely train repairs next. Now talking about field modifications, what would I select if I had all the experience and also the credits? I would go for the reinforced suspension to increase the suspension durability and also maintaining the speed when crossing all terrain types, because I do think that halt reverse speed is bad anyways. Then I would go for the aiming gear slapping to increase the aiming speed. I do think that the aiming circle size is not too much a problem for this tank. And then last but not least, I would, actually here I'm not pretty sure. I think I would go for the right angle periscope in order to increase the view range, because after all you can the concealment after firing is not too important, because you can use the bush mechanics in order to not get spotted once you take a shot. Alright, here we are with the Charioteer in our first game. We are in a tier 10 matchup, spawning on Westfield, and let's first of all take a look at the map. Spawning on Westfield in the west, the situation usually looks like this, and with a tank destroyer there's one extremely important position, and that is this position right here, because you are giving those heavy tanks that are fighting on the hill support, and once the enemy tanks are over peaking, you have to take them under fire. Now having that said, with a lightly armored tank destroyer I really do not recommend to do this, because once you get spotted you will instantaneously get taken out, and you will also be focused by artillery. So this position is kind of a necessary one, but not a very good one for you. Instead you can go here, because from here you can have crossfire situations over here. You can also go all the way down here and support your medium tanks, or situationally dependent you can also play here and support your heavy tanks here in the game. Alright, so in this situation what I was thinking is I don't want to stand in the back, because once I get spotted I will get killed instantaneously, but instead I'm a very mobile tank destroyer, and so I can use my speed and mobility to get a first peek here on the hill. I need to make sure to not expose myself for too long, because then I will get smashed by the enemy, but maybe I can get one shot. Let's see, and here you go, I get one shot on the T-95, the Tier 9 American heavily armored tank destroyer, and with such a heavily armored tank destroyer I would also go to this position. However, with the Charioteer it's not so much the case. So the question now is, what else can we do? Let's try and see if we can get a shot on the Renegade. However, we do need to make sure that we are very, very defensively and very cautiously. Now, if we take a look at the weaponry, the Charioteer does have a very great DPM of 2400, approximately base DPM. Alpha damage of 390 is superb for a Tier 8 tank. And you can further increase the alpha damage to 480, which is insane with your gold ammunition, because the hash ammunition does have a weaker penetration, only 210 millimeters of penetration compared to the 268 millimeters of penetration of the silver ammo. However, as I said, you can increase your damage significantly from 390, which is good already, to 480. Now, the dispersion is great, 0.34. However, the aim time is where this tank gets balanced. 2.35 seconds aim time, which is relatively bad. Now, let's see. Looks like the T-28 is spotted, and we want to get a shot on him. Nice, 447 damage. Now, as you can see, the traverse stats are relatively good, so the gun is relatively precise. However, you have to fully aim in order to make your shots. The shell velocity is also superb, 1478. As you can see, the Charioteer is an excellent sniper, and obviously you have an ammo capacity of 30 shells, so giving you a potential damage of 11,700. However, the shell cost is relatively high, so it's not the best credit maker in my opinion. Alright, so as you can see, I decided to go to the middle because I didn't want to play at the hill any longer, and instead, as you can see, I want to use my sniping capabilities and be centered here in the middle of the map, because I can support my team left and right, which is always a good idea. Now, looks like the enemy ZOO-101 is in the city, and now I am trying to get a shot on him, and I want to sneak my way into some bushes in order to get a shot on him. So let's see. Looks like he is already gone. Looks like our team managed to win the southern flank, which is good. And now let's see if we can get another crossfire on the T-28. Here you go. Another 429. Now we are spotted, so we do need to fall back into cover, and now we want to concentrate back on the ZOO-101. Okay, let's fall back, because the enemy team, as you can see, has won the northern part of the map, and so we do need to relocate in order to not get smashed once they peek over and make pressure. Now, if we take a look at the mobility, as you can see, the top speed is 52 kilometers per hour, 20 reverse, power to weight ratio is 22.7, so an excellent mobility for a Tier 8 tank destroyer. The top speed is not the greatest, not the most mobile tank on the battlefield. However, all in all, a very, very mobile tank destroyer with an extremely good gun, and this is why I really do like this this tank destroyer. Tank destroyer is usually not my preferred tank class. However, with such a mobile tank, it really makes fun to use your strong gun with your high alpha on a mobile tank. Now, as you can see, we have 12 degrees of gun elevation, which is a very, very low value, so sometimes this is really a limit of your gameplay. However, 10 degrees of gun depression, which is excellent, and the turret traverse is super, super low, only 18.39 degrees per second turret traverse, so you really have to take time in order to turn your turret, and you should really consider this while you are relocating towards your enemy tank, and start turning your turret on the move. The turret is fully rotatable, as you can see, and this is a huge advantage of this tank. Nice, we can finish off the T-95, and now let's see if we can further increase our damage. As you can see, with such a gun, you are pretty much competitive even in a tier 10 game. And as you can see, like, I made a little driving error here, and now it takes forever until my turret has turned towards the right direction. However, I want to make a shot on the Gorilla 15. Excellent. So as you can see, we even get spotting damage. And now can we get a shot? Well, I think we just take it. Okay, we get a shot from the Gorilla, but that is not a problem at all, because we want to make the other shot. And as you can see, with the hash ammunition, you can really significantly increase the amount of damage you can make. 480 is the same amount of damage than that you have with your HE, being 90 more than on your regular ammunition. Okay, now the gun barrel is in our way. Let's see, okay, can we get a another shot on the Gorilla? Oh, okay, that was lucky. No, I think Gorilla will be finished off from the other team. And now let's see if we can get a shot on the UDES. Alright, lucky artillery. He focused us, took us out. In the end, we made 3,000, approximately 4,000 damage combined, which is an excellent result in a tier 10 game. And before we start with the next game, let's quickly talk about the rest of the stats. As you can see, you have no armor whatsoever. 1050 hit points is also on the lower side. However, keep in mind you have a tank destroyer. And then the camo value is also not the best one. 17.44 stationary camo is fine, but not the best value. But moving camo is 10.49er. So yeah, I think the camo value is quite solid. Not the best one, but quite solid, and you can max that one out obviously with your crew. 370 meters of view range is on the lower side, at least compared to medium tanks. However, I think if all the stats that I mentioned as being, let's say, on the lower side were better, then this tank would be definitely overpowered. It is a fun tank, and I really enjoyed it. And now let's go to the second battle. Okay, second game in the Charioteer. This time we are spawning on Mountain Pass, and as usual, let's first of all take a look at the map. Spawning on Mountain Pass. In the north, the game usually develops like this, and once again with the tank destroyer you have several options. Now with a tank destroyer like the Charioteer, which is very lightly armored and which plays approximately like a medium tank, you can obviously play aggressively and go here. However, this is a very dangerous position. Now you can also go here and try to get crossfire on the tanks that are moving like this at the beginning of the game. And this is a gameplay that I really recommend to do, because you can make sure that all the enemy tanks that are playing in this position have reduced HP, because they will be spotted maybe from a light tank that is sitting over here or from a medium tank that is sitting over here, and so you can reduce the amount of HP that they bring to the fight, and then you will increase the chance of winning this flank for your team. Alright, so the question is, where do we go? First of all, we are spawning in a tier 8 match, so we can play definitely more aggressively than compared to the low tier situation in the first game. Now, if I had a better view range, I would definitely go aggressively right here to spot all the enemy tanks by myself. However, as this is not the case, yeah, I think I need some spotting support, but looks like my team is not supporting me. So you know what, let's try and spot the enemy tanks. The problem is that yeah, my view range is a little bit lackluster, so my view range is obviously working against the view range of the enemy team. And so once the enemy medium tanks do have a little bit of camouflage, they will be able to sneak through here without me being able to spot them. However, let's just wait here, and maybe we can get a shot on one or another heavy tank. Here you go, because obviously heavy tanks do not have, okay, too bad, do not have the best camouflage value. So if I was playing on the other team, I would really think of crossing like this, because like if we had a light tank sitting here, we would spot every tank over here which is moving right to left in this case. And so yeah, I would really consider this. Now, as you can see, we made use of our excellent sniper capabilities, and too bad that was bad aiming by myself. I think there's a little rock in the way, but maybe we can get... No, we cannot get another shot. Yeah, as you can see, at least as the light tank is doing something else, we collected 1720 spotting damage. And alright, so yeah, the question is now, what can we do? And obviously what I would like to do is I would go down here and open up a crossfire situation with with our heavy tanks here, so that we have a kind of a triangle towards the enemy team. However, pushing down there is very dangerous if you don't have full information of where the enemy team is positioned. So for the moment, let's just wait here and let's see whether the enemy team makes one or another mistake. Now, obviously, if we move down here, the enemy tanks that are sitting here can get a crossfire situation on us, so we definitely don't want to do this or risk it. However, as you can also see, our team is winning this portion of the map, and so it looks like that we can move down there. Yeah, we can now move down here because the enemy team will not have a crossfire situation from here anymore, and now it is time to move down here and to open up a crossfire situation. And as you can see, there are sweet, healthy enemy tanks that we can rip apart with our 390 alpha damage. And you know what? Let's just pull out here. Here you go. This is what I want to see with all the time in the world in order to fully aim in. Now, what you could see me doing is I am moving, once I'm moving or when I'm moving out of cover, I want to move the, let's say, the last couple of meters very, very slowly so that my gun is aiming in. If you are driving at full speed, then your gun cross will bloom out, but if you move very slowly, then your tank will manage to aim in, or to start aiming, will manage to start aiming in. And this is what you should do, especially in a tank like this, which does certainly not have any snapshot capability at all. Okay, so you know what, we will just continue to make pressure. However, we need the Scorpion G to be finished off, because otherwise he will proxy spot us. And as you can see, I just moved so much forward that he is out of my proxy spotting circle, so that he will definitely not proxy spot me. And now we will just continue to make pressure, and I don't care about losing too many HP anymore, because it's 9-4, the game is won, and now we do need to make damage. Here you go. Let's see. Okay, he's too bad. He was turning his turret. So let's see if we can get another shot on him. The reload of this gun is excellent. Excellent reload. Only 9.68 seconds stock, and you're 390 alpha damage, which is tier 10 level. So here you go, and you can even make those, yeah, let's say pixel shots, because the gun is really, really precise. And now it looks like the CS52 Liz is not moving at all, so we can just farm him. Here you go. Yep, thank you, buddy. And bam. Nice. 3,000, actually 4,400 damage combined, and now let's see if we can get some more damage. Alright, 1 VK 100-01, and now the problem with this tank, as you will see in a second, is, unfortunately it took our tracks, is the tank traverse is bad, the turret traverse is super bad. Now we even got stunned, so those values are even worse. Because, and now, so circling a tank is not the preferred option in this tank. It is tough to do because the tank is super slow. Yeah, but all in all, as you can see, we made 5,200 damage combined. Excellent result in the Charioteer, and we had a low tier scenario, we had a tier 8 scenario, and now I want to show you a game in a top tier scenarios where we can really rip apart the enemy. So let's jump into the third battle. Alright, as I said, last game in the Charioteer, we are in a top tier situation, and let's first of all take a look at the map. Spawning on Sand River in the west, the game usually develops like this. And once again with the Charioteer, which is a very versatile tank destroyer, however lightly armored, you have several options. One is to go here and just support your team over here and get maybe crossfire on this position once enemy tanks are spotted here. You can play defensively, however I don't recommend to do this because just staying defensively at the beginning of the game is very useless. Or depending on the situation, as I said, the Charioteer can be played like a medium tank. You can go aggressively here and get a first shot on guys that are crossing like this, because they are going in towards this position right here. Okay, so once again the question is, what can we do? And now usually I would go to the, what is it, J1 position in a tank destroyer or in a medium tank. However, being top tier and having the superb firepower, which is the highest in the game, I definitely want to play more aggressively, especially because I do have a very mobile tank destroyer, and so I want to go to the middle. I'm signaling the Cromwell that I will support him. Yep, buddy, because I want to get a crossfire on the enemy tanks that are moving towards the south, because winning the south is, in my opinion, very important. And now if I can hinder the enemy tanks to push into this position, then I think it is really beneficial for our team. Now we just want to sit here and make sure that we're not spotted from the middle. Here you go. Oh, thanks buddy, thanks for standing still. And as you can see, we can just rip apart the low tier tanks and they have no chance whatsoever. And with only one shot, even of the silver ammunition, their hit points are reduced approximately by half. Alright, perfect. So we definitely don't want to go down where the Cromwell is, because or actually the Cromwell is safe now, but where the Löwe is, because we would be exposed to all the enemy team that is in this location right here. So let's see, here we go, nice. Little low roll here, however the sniping capability of this tank is excellent, and I really adore the combination of a mobile tank which has a superb firepower, a very precise gun, and a high shell velocity, excellent. And then I'm really like I'm happy to sacrifice armor for this combination. Yep, so let's develop a new game plan. So obviously the enemy team knows where we are, so should not play too aggressively right now. And looks like the enemy team is making pressure in the north. So we already kind of won the south, depending on the smartness of the gameplay of the Leo and the 45 TP. Maybe we can get some more shot. Oh no. There you go. No, he's falling back. Okay, so yeah. The problem is we cannot just simply move forward and play here in this portion, because we will be spotted and will definitely take shots. And with such a tank, which is lightly armored, you definitely need to conduct a smart gameplay. And so instead, I want to move here in the middle. Oh, okay, here you go. Okay, we get a shot on the 45 TP. Aiming, yes, and nice. Excellent. He even didn't spot us, so looks like his view range is very bad. Shot, no, you know what? Let's move right here into the middle, into this bush. Here you go. And let's punish the STA2. Nice. Yeah, he spotted us. Okay, so we do need to fall back. Ah, damn it. Fortunately, the Sub 100 only has a very small gun, 164 damage. So, you know what? Let's turn around and let's try to get a shot on the T29. We have map control, which is awesome. But he needs to push out once again, so that we can make damage. Looks like he's falling back. And you know what? I want to make damage on the T-150. See, the problem is we have to fully aim in at least approximately in order to make damage. Nice. And once you have fully aimed in, then this gun is excellent. Now, once again, this tank is not able to perform snapshots, so you really have to fully aim in every shot. But this is also true for the Centurion. Okay, not too bad. So we got exposed here, which was a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call it a mistake because we want to make pressure. We want to play aggressively because the game is already won, and we want to, yeah, get more damage, make more damage. So we have to kind of play aggressively. However, it's always a small line of not playing too aggressively and throwing away your tank. And I really know about this. Okay, here you go. Ah, nice, thanks. So, I mean, the best thing for you in your Charioteer, what enemy tanks can do is just come to a standstill, give yourself the time to fully aim in, and then yeah, you can beam out a laser shot with your approximately 1500 meters per second shell velocity. This is Leopard 1 level, so extremely strong. Now I need to be cautiously, and I want the 45 TP to spot the Cheeto and the STA2. However, I'm not sure if he can do it. Let's see, maybe I can push down this tree to get a little bit more cover and then peek out. Okay, he's here you go. Look at this. Nice. He spotted us, but maybe we can finish him off. No, fortunately not. So 2600 damage so far, 500 spotting, which is, I would say, another good result. And let's see, here you go. This guy spotted us, so let's finish him off. His tank is big, so we only have to aim, let's say, 70%. And here you go. And now, the question is how to approach the enemy team in order to make more damage. Now we do need to hurry up, however, it's only 10 to 7, so once again, we should not throw away our tank, but now I think we do need to, yeah, we do need to push in. Okay, so there's only the Cheeto and the STA2 right there. The Scorpion is engaged in a fight with our heavy tanks, and in the north there is still the T20. Oh no, the T20 is here. That is not a problem at all. Alright, perfect. Looks like the T20 is collecting damage. Okay, STA2 has shot, so let's see, can we finish him off? No, he is finished off, and now let's get the last shot on the T20. And now look at the snapshot capability of this tank. I want to turn my turret. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. As you can see, but that was also very badly aimed. So let's see. Nice, the T20 is finishing off our heavy tank, so we can get the kill shot. Excellent. Yep, so I think we will not be able to make any more damage with or at the Scorpion. Our gunner is dead, however I do not want to repair him because as I said, we will most likely not make any damage on the Scorpion. And yeah, in the end, 3000 damage, 500 spotting damage, so 3.5k combined. Yet another result in the Charioteer, and once again, I really adore this tank. I was looking forward to getting it into my garage, and I didn't get disappointed. It is an excellent tank, and yeah, I really adore it, and I can really recommend this tank. I always think that playing a lightly armored tank will train you to become a better World of Tanks player. So in my opinion, don't be afraid in playing lightly armored tanks, because you will learn how to trade positively and how to evade getting damage. And so yeah, I can really recommend this Tier 8 British tank destroyer, and a very excellent tank. Alright guys, that was it for today with the Charioteer, the British Tier 8 tank destroyer. What do you think about this tank? Do you like it? How do you play this tank? More like a tank destroyer or more like a medium tank? Just leave a comment in the comment section down below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down. Consider subscribing to my channel, and I see you next time in another World of Tanks video.